Hey everyone, welcome to this week's mortgage update with your favorite mortgage guy, John B. First, let's talk a little bit about the housing market. This week, inventory dropped off a little bit, about 2.6%, but we're up 58% from this time last year. So even though we're still significantly below pre-pandemic levels, we're much better off from an inventory standpoint than we were just a year ago. On the home building side of the industry, lumber prices have been steadily dropping all year and are almost back to where they were before the pandemic. This is due to a decrease in the demand for new homes and was highlighted this week by another drop in builder confidence reports. Even bigger news was the CPI report this week, which showed inflation dropping to 7.1% in October. Now, though this is still really high, this is much better than we've seen over the last few months and was a breath of fresh air to the market. We also had a big Federal Reserve meeting this week. They acknowledged that inflation is starting to ease, but they expect it to stay high at least until 2025. That means they're going to continue to raise rates until they feel like this is under control. In reaction to this, they decided to increase the Fed funds rate by 0.5%. This was a shock to no one. Everybody pretty much saw this coming. What we were more interested in hearing is what they said next. They told us that they think unemployment is going to continue to rise a little bit higher than what they had originally expected. They stated that because of this, they feel that the chances of us going into a recession next year are more likely. Now, I know what you're thinking. John, this sounds pretty bleak. And I understand where you're coming from. But this isn't all necessarily bad news. We've been planning for a slight recession for some time now. In reality, the Fed is just saying that they still have work to do, but these strict policies that they put in place are actually starting to work, and that's what really matters. Now, to be clear, this 0.5% increase in the Fed funds rate does not necessarily translate over to mortgage rates. In fact, the average nationwide was considerably lower this week than last. This is because mortgage rates are not determined by the Fed funds rate, or controlled by any government entity for that matter. Mortgage rates vary daily and react to broader market and economic trends, and not any singular entity. See some of my other videos for details on how the rates work. Well, that's it for this week's market update. Make sure to drop a comment if you have any questions, and follow me for more info next week.